greatest father and husband, Kevin Federline, is back to doing what he does best, exploiting his ex-wife, Britney Spears, for profit. That's right, K-Fed's promoting a new memoir, and he's doing a full-on press tour, selling Secrets of Britney. We tried to get an early copy of the book, but you'll never guess what the publisher sent us instead. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. Look, I've never hid my disdain for Kevin Federline, to be honest. I've called him human garbage, and I stand by it. That said, I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt and try to read his memoir to see what his story really was. But guess what happened? Publisher denied us. My team found your host's reaction to the first press release on your feed and decided against sharing an advance copy. Look forward to hearing what you think when you read it. Thanks for following up. Well, I'm definitely not going to be buying it. And honestly, after everything I'm seeing leaking out and the refusal for them to let us read it ourselves to try to get to the truth, I'm not going to encourage any of you to now buy this book. In fact, this book is garbage, just like the man who wrote it. And I'm seeing already from his interviews, which I'm going to share with you, some of these clips and these excerpts, this man is the absolute worst. And if you're not, then why are you so afraid to come on people who criticize you, K-Fed? Publisher, K-Fed, open invite. If you're telling the truth, you should scream it from the rooftop. If you're so worried, if you need to sound the alarm about Britney, well then come on an interview. I'll be fair, I'll be civil. I just want to ask some real questions. I don't want to do softballs. Are you capable? Are you willing, K-Fed? Come on. Let's see what K-Fed really reacts to someone who's going to push back with actual Britney knowledge, such as myself. He's not going to do it because he's afraid, because honestly, I bet you he didn't even really write this book. Let's go through what's being revealed in this new memoir of K-Fed's, as the New York Times and other outlets are getting excerpts from the book to promote his upcoming release, which again, we do not endorse here in Popcorn Planet. They did not give us a copy. For that reason alone, the fact that they're hiding the truth, there's something sketchy with this book. So we'll continue to seek the truth about Britney, and you might want to hit that subscribe button, because this has inspired me to take some new methods to really expose the truth about K-Fed, about Britney. And if all goes according to plan, which I hope it will, you guys are going to be shocked. So hit that subscribe button. K-Fed's not going to like it either. But let's get into this. What's happening? It's become impossible to pretend everything's okay. Look, I want to say this at the start. I don't know what's going on with Britney Spears. I know a lot of you have problems with the way she posts her Instagram and dances, and she seems like she's crazy, whatever. Who cares? Let her live her life. This is her life. It's no one else's life. It's not your life. It's not K-Fed's life. It's her life. And if she wants to go dance around in her underwear in her house in the same spot, how is that hurting you? If she doesn't want to make music anymore, okay, that's her choice. She's not doing it for anybody now. She's doing it for herself. For years, this woman was in prison in her house, medicated and forced to work to pay for bozos like this guy and the family and everybody. And oh, you got to be better. You need help to get better, to go do your. No, she doesn't. You don't even know her anymore, K-Fed, and you're sounding alarm bells. All you've done is hurt her. And you know it. You know it. That's why you won't answer tough questions about what really happened. I would love an uncensored, no holds barred interview with K-Fed. Oh my God, I would love it. And I would be fair to you, K-Fed. I really would. But I'm going to ask tough questions. I'll hear you out. But you got to answer the tough questions. I want to see really how you can handle those. But he goes in and he's sounding the alarm bell. I want to go straight to this interview with Entertainment Tonight. We're going to watch a couple clips because, man, this is hard to watch.
Why do this now? Because there's an assumption that you are doing this because the child support ended with Britney.
Oh, there's no assumption. That's why he's doing this. 100 million% why he's doing this. He's had opportunities to help Britney numerous times, and he's never done it until the custody payments stopped. Let's all remember, that's the timeline right now. He moved to Hawaii in an attempt to try to extend them longer, which didn't work. And now he's got no money coming in from Britney anymore, and he's got a lot of kids to support.
Really? That you want to go there right away? All right. I'd be
really. We want to. Yes, K-Fed. That's what everyone's thinking.
Lying if I said that I didn't want this book to be successful. I wish I sell 1 million books or more or whatever. Money's not at the root of this story.
Money's not at the root of this story. But thank you. I will give him credit. At least he finally acknowledged he wants money. That's why he's doing it. But it's not the root of the problem.
Never has been. So for me,
you never had to worry about money. That's why, because your lawyer, that short king, your lawyer helped you to swindle her. That's truly what happened, guys. It's so depressing. I know a lot of people still, oh no, but Andy Britney, no, leave her alone. This woman's been through hell. This woman had her kids dangled over the, oh, you want to see your kids ever? Well, then follow along, sign this deal and give us the rights and take these meds and do this and go on tour and do that and do that. And K-Fed let it all happen. This man's deplorable. This man alienated her own kids against her. There's nothing Britney loves more, if I know anything about her, and I don't know her that well, but I would bet my entire life savings that Britney loves those kids more than anything. And he knew it and he exploited it. And I'll never forgive him for that. But anyway, it's not about that. Let's hear what it's about.
I'm doing this now. I wanted to make sure that my children were old enough to understand what I'm doing.
Okay, so you couldn't have done that privately? You couldn't have sat down with the kids and told them privately what really happened? You had to do it publicly? This was I had to tell the kids what really happened. Okay, why do you have to tell the world?
Everything has always been about my family. And that's what people don't really realize, is that every step that I've taken has been for the benefit of my children.
No, for the benefit of you. It's always been for the benefit of you. You've never had to work again. You got paid so much damn money to be having taken care of Britney Spears' kids, and you used them against her. So she would still continue to go work and get medicated, all of it. It was a whole con, guys. My opinion, okay, let's be clear. This is my opinion of it. He was totally an accomplice in this takedown of her life. And some might say, well, she made more music. She did all this. Yeah, but is that what she wanted? Did she have a choice? That's really where this gets so scary. No, she didn't. Kevin and Britney's family all think they know what's best for her. And that's the problem here. You don't. And you needed to support your kid's mom regardless. If she wanted to go dance in her underwear, you go support her. But no, you did what was best for the kids. Sure, got it. You did it so you could get more money.
And my children are ready for me to tell my story, because it's not just my story, right? This affects everybody in my family, my kids, my wife, even my exes.
You made it a story, you bozo. You've been teasing this and always out doing interviews and crap, talking bad about Britney every chance you could get. You made it a story. You didn't sit back and protect them and be private and never talk bad about their mom. You're a scumbag. All you've done is profit off her. And now when the checks stop, now's the time? I wish this interview had that balls to actually press him a little harder, but Entertainment Tonight won't get these people if he doesn't do softballs like that.
Kevin says there's another reason he's speaking out. He says he's concerned about what he calls Britney's erratic behavior. And while they haven't spoken in years, he's heard stories from their two sons, Preston and Jaden.
Why are you sharing their stories? First of all, let's assume it is erratic, or let's assume they are weird. Why wouldn't you tell that in private? Why are you publicly shaming your mom through hereby, like divorced parents? My God, it's like the last thing you do is talk badly about your children's parent, ever. Now, if the kids want to grow up and do that, that's on them. But for the sake of the kids who you claim to be protecting, you're now sharing their private concerns publicly in a book. And this is supposed to be helping them. Even though, to be clear, and they said it, he hasn't spoken to her in like 18 years. He has no clue what her current life is like. They have never spoken. K-Fed and Britney have no relationship. He has no clue what's actually going on in her house, but he's worried.
I'm really worried. I'm absolutely, as a father, terrified that one day I might wake up and my sons are gonna have to deal with the unimaginable. I kind of have to sound the alarm that I truly feel that somehow, some way, I just wish that their mom would get help. Everything in my book that I talk about, what's going on now, and I'm not going to get into details because I'm not going to just expose her personal life.
No, yeah, you're certainly not doing that, K-Fed. You're not at all. You're only helping her. Yeah, I get it. This is helping her. Got it.
But it's 10 times worse than anything that I've said in my book.
Did you hear that threat? Did you hear that threat? Oh yeah, no, I'm not here to expose her, but the real life is 10 times worse. Dude, that's shaming her. That's embarrassing her. That's a threat. You're disgusting. And you time this right after you lost custody payments, and we're supposed to believe you? How can anyone support this man right now? And again, and let's remind you also, he's not out there like whistleblowing the truth about Britney Spears because he won't go on any critic show. Anybody who's talking bad about him and calling out for the truth, no, you're not getting a copy. Go buy it. Good luck. Bye, bye, bye. Shame on this dude. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And then he goes out and tells the story. Britney called Justin the pre-wedding night. Britney kissed a girl one night in Vegas, and I walked in and I was horrified. Oh, piss off. You're a victim in this? Oh my God, I know enough about the story to know that's not the truth, K-Fed, and you damn well know it. You damn well know you were out there recording. Britney said it in her book too. You're out there ignoring her. You weren't around for her. You gave up. You bagged a pop star and you knew it, and you got some kids. You payday, once your music career didn't take off. And this is not what you do to your kid's mother. This is shameful. This is shameful. Who cares if he called Justin Timberlake?
The night before our wedding, we're at the Fairmont in Santa Monica in one of the bungalows. And I was like, what's wrong? I thought she was talking to her mom on the phone or something. And maybe she was like having doubts. And she told me that she was on the phone with Justin. And I just kind of stepped back like, did I just hear you right? What the hell is going on? You know, and I was immediately, was, okay, we don't have to do this. Like, I didn't care if we got married or not. And she told me no, and really was like, I just wanted to make sure that everything is done. I want to make sure that I say my final piece. I'm like, damn, on the night before our wedding, this is what you decided to do.
Then why'd you marry her? You're just totally embarrassing her. You said you weren't going to embarrass her, but now you're embarrassing her. You're literally a hypocrite. And okay, if that's a true story, why'd you marry her, dude? Talk about a red flag. If that's even true, why didn't you the wedding's off? I'm not cool with this. Your story doesn't even make sense. Yeah, cry me a river. Amen, cry me a river. Then he talks about this story in the New York Times sample, how he claims the sons woke up to mom, Britney, watching them sleep with a knife in her hand. Now, again, I have no effing clue if this is true. They would waken sometimes at night to find her standing silently in the door watching them sleep. Oh, you're awake? With a knife in her hand. Alleges in the book. Then she'd turn around and pad off without explanation. Here's what I want to share. Because there's really a truth in my mind, and I believe it's this, and I believe it's this one from her book. Here it is. I've got the page. Okay. I believe this. As part of his bid for full custody, Kevin tried to convince everyone that I was completely out of control. He started to say I shouldn't have my kids anymore at all. When he said that, I remember thinking in my head, surely this is a joke. This is just for the tabloids. When you read about married celebrities fighting, you never really know what's real. I always assume that a lot of what you hear are stories being fed to the papers or simply some ploy to get the upper hand in a custody battle. So I kept waiting for him to bring the boys back to me after he took them. He not only wouldn't bring them back to me, he wouldn't let me see them for weeks on end. Is that good for the kids? There's more of that story, I think. We're going to try to get to the bottom of it. I want to try to get to other people who were there, people who know Britney, people to speak up. I think K-Fed might finally be the inspiration some need to finally start defending Britney and telling the truth. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for all alerts, smash that like button, and leave your comments down below. We got some stuff in the works, so send good vibes that it happens, because you're not going to miss this one. Whoo! Stay tuned for more. And K-Fed, shame on you. Come on the store. Come on the show. Let's have it out, K-Fed. What are you afraid of, publisher? Send us the book. Come on the show. Let's have it out, my man, if you got nothing to hide.